In today's verse, the angel is joined by a much bigger group, and we get some speech from them. Kai exaipnes, egeneto synto angelo pletos stratias uraniu, ainunton tonteon kai legonton, ... It's another incomplete verse, opening up what they're going to say in the next verse. Kai, this is now the 6th example of a sentence starting with Kai that we've had so far in Luke 2. It's bringing us on from the previous sentence and is not something a lot of translations will put in. Exaipnes means suddenly, and it's only used 5 times in the New Testament, 4 of which are Luke Acts. So it's a very Luke Acts way of saying suddenly. There are other ways of expressing immediacy. We've met agenitor, meaning it came to pass, it happened. It can also be synonymous with the verb to be in general, and that's kind of what's going on here. You might want to translate it as arose, but you could just say was. There was. Sun, think about words like symbiotic. That sun means with in Greek. And it takes a dative after it, which is what you've got with to angelor, with the angel. The subject of the agenitor, what it was that arose or came about, is the plethos. And a plethos means a multitude. You need a multitude of something, and that's your stratias uraniu. Uraniu is an adjective meaning heavenly. Uranos is a noun heaven or sky. And you'll often find if you put that extra iota in, you get an adjectival form of whatever noun it is you've been looking at. So you get a heavenly stratias army. And now we get to 2 participles describing that multitude of a heavenly army. Ainunton and legonton. These are both present participles. And the first one is from the verb aineo, which is also unusual for the New Testament. It's only 8 uses, and 6 of those are Luke Acts. The remaining 2, one is from Romans, and the other is Revelation. So this way of praising is another very Lucan type of vocab. You've got praising tontheon, God, and you'll notice here he's got the article. Monadic nouns, that is nouns where there's assumed to be only one, will take an article 80% of the time in the New Testament. So even though we wouldn't say the God in English, it's much more normal to see God with an article in Greek. So they're praising God and legonton, saying. It's worth noting that both ainunton and legonton are plural, even though plethos is singular. And that gives you a sense of the participles describing what all of the people within that heavenly host are doing with the angel, not just the host as a whole. So it gives you a real collective feel to this passage. And suddenly there was a multitude of a heavenly army with the angel, praising God and saying ...